Alright, so here's a quick thing, okay? Vietnam is now currently trying to copy China on what they're doing with the electric vehicles, not just electric bikes, but probably electric cars as well. I think electric cars as well might be included. But because Vietnam, aka Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, both have an insane amount of air pollution, Vietnam has now decided to blindly follow China's example of having their people convert to electric bikes. So now that means that these things, like my little moped over here, and I don't know if Vietnam is smart enough to not do that with the bigger bikes, but with the smaller mopeds like these, the commuter bikes, they're going to try to force people into buying an electric bike before the year 2027 or 2026. Mid 2026 would probably be the last, okay? So my thoughts are like, okay, you know what? Firstly, these mopeds, it takes you 2 minutes to fill up the gasoline, whereas with an electric bike, it takes you fucking 8 hours to fill up the fucking battery. And then you are limited by a range of how far you can travel on your charge. And then what I've heard from some sources were that in China they actually compensated the people by buying back their gasoline bikes and made the electric bike prices lower so that the consumers could then afford to buy a new electric bike. That is what I've heard. Now, Vietnam does not have charging stations. There are only a few charging stations that I actually know about for electric mopeds. And the other problem is also that, I mean, most of the mopeds anyways have exchangeable batteries, so you can exchange the batteries at any battery station, but VinFast, VinSlow in Vietnam does not have removable battery, not from what I know. Actually, maybe I don't know. I haven't done actually research on that one yet. But still, Vietnamese government is not going to compensate its people to be able to afford a freaking electric moped, and they're blindly doing what China is trying to do by having its people go electric. Now, I have seen some bigger bikes in China last time I was there, so I think big bikes are still usable there, but Vietnam is completely banning gasoline bikes, which is bullshit.